Okay, let's just assume that this is working. And I'm not noticing any lag or glitch out yet, which is good. Praise God. So, for anybody who watches after the fact, since there's probably no one in there right at this moment, we are taking a journey back to 2011. This is my old original Minecraft world. It was actually Josh's to begin with. That single block sand tower way out there. He did that via the stereotypical jumping and placing a block under yourself. That was back up when 64 blocks was the maximum atmospheric height. He did that to get his bearings to see where he was, but then he fell off and died. And originally, just because I had no reason to remove it, I never removed it. Now, for nostalgic sake, it's going to be up there basically forever. So that tower has been standing like that since 2011. And that next to it, this and the similar ones in the other general cardinal directions are sort of beacon towers, basically, that I made so that when coming from a far distance, if I wasn't coming along a path where I'd established a bunch of light yet, I would be able to know that I'm in the general vicinity of my home setting, which is this tower of power that I'm inside of. And this is the sort of top level, which is this encasing library bedroom thing with cake everywhere. So that's my bed. Go down the spiral staircase here, down to the first floor, which Josh also built. I just added the glass and fire pits there. And also I made the dungeon, which we'll go down to later. Then you go up here. Floor number one is just some extra cake and a nice doggy. We'll feed the doggy even. There you go, have a pork chop. And you got different chests designated for different things. Obviously, there's more down in the dungeon too. Come up here to the second floor, and I was going to put more cafe or Starbucks like tables and chairs at some point. More cakes, more tables, more doggies. We'll feed you guys too. Then you come up here, and this is where chat would sleep, theoretically. This is the garrison. So you got some bunks here for peasants and arms and armor that a garrison could don and stuff. This was when I was like being all like heavily RP about it and stuff way back when. I haven't really done anything with that since then. And you make our way back down here, back down and around. How much time? It's halfway through the day. Okay. I'm slightly invincible, but I will still sleep anyways, just because I don't want to bother with it. So I set up this really unorganized farm here a long time ago, way back then, and I got obsessed with the whole street or walkway lamp setup using glowstone and fence posts. So I keep those as the setup around like main living areas and along walkways and animal areas. Once you get away from those, I'll start switching over to lamps or lanterns rather. And then once you get farther away from that, like you see, I'll use lanterns for sort of in between uh, markway distances. But beyond that, once you start getting out into more wild areas, then I start switching over to torches since they're a lot easier to mass produce. And this isn't naturally generated. This was a sand quarry that I dug all the sand out of. I am regreening it though, as is done in many modern countries, at least in real life, and as should be done. I am refilling it with soil and regreening everything to suck the imaginary slight amount of excess CO2 that I'm adding to the imaginary atmosphere with all those coal torches. And if you follow that pathway, the sand pathway I did, or actually technically Josh started the sand pathway too, but I then added on to it for quite a distance. It goes way out and beyond the horizon off to another centralized living area where what was I doing out there? I was blowing up a mountain. I forgot. Yeah, I was blowing up a mountain because for those who aren't familiar with Minecraft, you can make TNT in Minecraft. So I was blowing up a mountain, kind of for the fun of it, but also to extract the resources afterwards. Over here, we'll go down this later if it keeps working. That's a rail tunnel that goes down to like a powered subway thing that goes for, I think, 3 or 4 kilometers, like 1.5 underground out to the coast that's in that direction, and then 2 kilometers under the ocean off to another second centralized area where I actually have a sand and sandstone tower. Sun's going down, so I'm not going to bother just because I'm explaining things in the minute or in the moment. I might ask what else, leave that open. But yeah, this I for some reason I got obsessed with the descending uh wide round spiral staircase thing because I was watching stuff with that back at the time when I was young, because there was a time back then that you keep going round these corners down, and every so often as you get deeper, there's different rooms with different purposes. This is like some general storage that I do have organized because I am OCD. And then you go deeper because it is always deeper. And then you get the bigger storage room. Look at all that coal. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or sorry, 9 times 2. 9 times 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 9 is 45. 45 times 64 is close to 3,000 tons of coal I got there. Somehow that somehow 3,000 tons of coal fits into a two cubic meter chest. Don't question it. Wool, iron, wood. Oh, I do have wood. I thought I had like almost no wood when I first logged back in here. I just never checked that chest apparently. Because before I came back into this a few days ago, I had not been in this single player game since 2014. Redstone, I'm going to get rid of for the most part because I don't really use it for anything. And here are the dyes, obviously. Okay, yeah, I have way too much redstone. I'm just going to toss that in the fire pit. Let's take some lapis used on the enchanting table. I never turned those into jack-o'-lanterns. There we go. Let's check, see if anybody's in. Bare bones. I have no idea what you specifically mean by bare bones. I'm only the only time I remember bare bones being used as a term in gaming was in Call of Duty, where it meant no using the HUD or no using like UAV surveillance assistance. And here, down here, you get some fancy pillars because I was being cringe, and you get this big fancy atrium walk up to a chest here, which is full of gold, or not full of gold, but that's where the gold goes. Because back then, when I was first starting Minecraft, back when it first became a thing, way back then, I considered gold valuable. And I mean, it is valuable IRL. It's $3,080 an ounce right now, but in Minecraft, not really, except for making powered rail. And then you still go deeper, deeper down the dungeon spiral. You have these different opposing pattern diamond descents. You got some jail bars here, and you go up here, and in here, locked off so that you have to jump to access the chest. That's where I was storing diamond back when I like kind of considered it like a valuable thing before I became like an epic professional who can just get diamond on demand. And then go back here through the opposite side of the rhombus, which uses the opposite pattern of one sticking out instead of indented in. And then you go even deeper because you always go deeper. And you get down to, I broke through into this like water cavern area. So I kind of just left it as is. And you can go down and just see some specific pieces. You see those deep slate blocks right there. Those used to be bedrock because this used to be where bedrock level was before they did the update. Uh, Ironically, they did the even deeper update where now you can go down even further. The bedrock layer is much, much lower. So that's just some underground waterfall stuff. And then over here, you have the bunker. I even labeled it. Because again, I was getting like cringy into the RP aspects of it back then. So this was meant to be a deep underground, like post meteor slash nuclear survival bunker. And you have enough beds for everybody, and you have books that you can entertain yourself with. Probably some Game Boy Colors up there too. And if you go all the way down out there to that other steel door at the end, that leads to a tunnel that goes to an opposite exit that's like out in the woods somewhere. Now we're gonna go back up. I'm gonna toss. Wait, why aren't you shutting? Shut, shut. There we go. Okay, apparently you just have to click 3 times now. We're gonna go back up here. Make sure I did close these doors. We're gonna go back up. I'm gonna toss all the redstone in the fire. We're gonna enchant this sword. And then I'm going to sleep through the night just because I don't want to actually have to deal with the monsters while I'm talking. Except for this one. This one opens and closes on one hit of the switch. The one down at the bottom, apparently you have to hit it 3 different times for it to work. So let us throw these in the incinerator because I don't care about redstone. I don't do redstone stuff. The only thing I use it for is powered rail, which I don't need a lot of it for. Actually, hold on. I'll go ahead and make some now, just while we're here. Oops, no. There, there, there. Put you there. Put you there. And 12 of those. There we go. And toss the rest of you. Redstone is effectively abundant. It's like copper. Though copper now actually exists in the game, but redstone is effectively actual copper. If you go by, actual usage. You go up spiral steps up to the very top, up to Maxodier's uh, bedroom library thing. Oh, I forgot, there are extra beds here. Nice and cozily under the bookshelves so that you guys can bash your heads on. There's the enchanting table. What did we... The sword. Put some lappies. What are these? Smite one, sharpness one, sharpness. I have no idea what any of these do. I don't know how to read Minecraft language. Here, we'll take this, I guess. Oh, plus damage. Yeah, that makes sense, obviously. Here, and I'll throw the pickaxe in too. What does this do? Unbreaking, efficiency, efficiency. Yeah, let's get some efficiency, I guess. And I tried to turn off the creeper, block destruction, griefing thing, but apparently those don't work in single player. And there are ways to make it work, but you have to do some like backward stuff and I don't know, like go into like the actual file on the computer and edit it or something, which would be like a Josh thing to do. That's not something I would trust myself with. Oh yeah, I used to actually have a steel door on this, but I almost walked backwards into the fire. I used to have a steel door on this, but for some reason it stopped like actually working. Pause. Oh, and the day won't pass since in single player when you pause, it actually does pause. No seeming explanation as to what bare bones meant or what he meant by bare bones in Minecraft. What was I immediately about to do? I'm pretty sure I was just going to go acquisitioning additional resources deep underground. So for that, I would need to make a huge ton load of torches. How many oak fences do I have? 37. That should be enough to work with for the moment. Or, no, I probably want a few more. There we go. Get these, split into these. Put the, oh, wait, no, I need more sticks. Okay, using the spruce for sticks. You get these. There we go. Now, do the rest of these. Since for the glowstone things, I want, or I prefer the appearance of the oak fence for those overhanging lights. And where was I going to? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I need to put this is my sugarcane farm. Unfortunately, I don't turn it into liquid biofuel like Brazil does. It's just for sugar in my case. That's my farm, slightly with cows and chickens and stuff. And here is some of my look at me, look at how fancy I am, basic infrastructure. I was going to put one more set of overhanging lamps, probably right here. It's a good distance between the two. Here, here. We'll do here. Oh, wait, forgot. I'm going to need to get up high. How many did I go upwards? One, two, three, four. All right. Two, three, four. Come back down. Take care of those. Then you can do it downwards. Eat a cookie. And hang some lanterns. There we go. Now we have a nice bridge setup. Or a nice bridge setup. Follow the sand path and probably, yeah, right up here I'll set up another overhanging lantern. Come over here. We'll go one more out. There we go. That looks good. Is this the other end? I think this is the other end of the exits to the bunker. Yeah, it is. Okay, I can see the light down there. I uh have no real use for that. I'll probably destroy it later. But for now, I'm gonna leave it in place. Or actually, yeah, it'll serve as a good in-game reason to have like a lantern thing here. So actually, wait, do I want to do? Ooh, would I want it to be glowstone over that or an actual lantern? I don't know. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do glowstone. Get up here. Over, over, and actually, yeah, we'll go over here, over here. We'll do a double. There we go. I see red eyes out there. No, it's just mushrooms. Boo, mushrooms, boo. Nobody else. To be expected. This is not my usual streaming content, exactly. Oh, yeah, got to switch over to sand so I can actually get up. Or 5. Yeah, we'll make this one a double as well. And we'll follow the path along as we go out here so that I can get a decent distance away from the home area before I start digging down. Inter that way I don't run into anything. Hmm. Uh where do I want to these won't connect to the leaf blocks, will they? No. Okay. Good to know. Now I'm gonna have to put one like around here also. Oh crap. I keep forgetting to actually pick up the sand after knocking it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll have this one come out a bit. There we go. Make sure we actually pick this sand up here. That's to there. I'll do it there or here. Yeah, we'll do it on this one. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have this one be extra tall and have it be an actual overhanging one. There we go. Oh, I forgot. Actually forgot. For all these years, there's been this little gap here. We're going to fix this. We are fixing this today. Or we're going to fix some of it today. There, there, almost. almost connected, but not quite. That will be fixed in due time. Right, we're going to go up over this mountain, and beyond there is a desert. Not that desert, there's another bigger desert. Well, there's also a cave down there, but that might connect into other stuff that might end up reaching into my home area. Did I never go down this one? I guess I didn't. How far down do you go? You stop here? Oh no, you just drop. All right, let me grab this coal. I'm gonna check in on you guys. All right, not sure I want to actually go down that because I still consider that too in range. I want to get like decisively out of range. Enough to where I can consider it guaranteed that if I start digging long underground shafts in my usual mining pattern arrangement that you'll see soon, that I won't accidentally dig far enough to tunnel into like my basement or anything. Throw some torches down temporarily. I'll replace them with actual street lamp lanterns eventually. Still want to have some light around. There's my desert. The actual desert. Oh, hello. You're not invited. Oh, look, it's Green Buddy. Die, please. All right. I think, actually, since there's a random just cutout here, we're going to dig just straight into this and downwards. Unless I feel like going further. Smith. Are you the Norwegian Smith, the infamous one, or are you a different Smith? Which one am I dealing with? Actually, hold on. I want to use the generic. Forgot. Switch over to the generic one for just doing some space clearing as we dig in. Uh, how far in do I want it to go before it rounds the corner? Should that be far enough? That's what you look like when you're looking around the corner. Okay, so right here is where it'll actually round the corner. Take a turn and begin to head downwards. These. Oops. Well, that is very close. I'm going to have to fix that. Definitely will be fixing that later. But let us begin the descent. And light spacing. What was I going to do for light spacing? Uh, Here, no, one more probably. Yeah, I'll do it like that. That should be enough. Aesthetically, not actual like monster spawning concerned. As long as it's less than eight apart, then that won't be a concern. Replace that with those. Go in here, grab this coal. See if we found out which smith it was. We did not. Right. This, just to check to make sure YouTube, the whole YouTube setup and the actual OBS chat are synced. This might make it crash. Yep, I can hear the fan's kicking up speed. All right. I want to go to where's the not not to queue, but how do I? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have to go via this way. Then you go out here. Then you go over here. Everything was already set up. Then you go in here, and yeah, okay. It looks like they are properly synced. Right, so that's not a concern. I am really, really, really shocked. Oops, I did not. What was that? How do I undo that? Oh, okay. I'm like, I am genuinely surprised that it can actually handle Minecraft. I know Minecraft shouldn't be that difficult of a game for it to deal with, but I did try streaming Minecraft a long time ago, back in 2016, I think, on my second laptop when uh, when I actually considered uh, being a gaming streamer way back then. Before realizing that I am a zero charisma type of person, and also I just like making all the graphs and stuff a lot more. So I'm really genuinely shocked that it is actually able to handle this. Because when I did it once back then, it could not. Like it was not going smooth like this. Everything was at like I think it clocked in at best around like 8 frames per second, maybe. It was all staggered and junky, and the audio was even cutting out. It like was absolutely it might as well have just been like spitting sparks out. But apparently, although they're not what I intended it for, apparently the boosted stats of this and the previous laptop, my the third and fourth ones respectively, are actually enough to enable it to handle doing such a thing. Now, I doubt it would be able to handle doing much more, like anything really more complex or more processor demanding than Minecraft. Like, I played a lot of Dark Souls back in the days, for example. Uh, I highly doubt it would be able to handle streaming Dark Souls. Well, actually, I played Dark Souls 2 and 3 a lot more than 1. Restore all this after grabbing that coal. Make sure pattern is unbroken. Yeah, I don't actually remember where my prior mining, hold on, my keyboard's broken. Where my prior mining shafts from this world were, because it's been so long. So I mean, I was mining somewhere by some means. I got those resources that are back in the home tower, obviously, but I don't recall like where that was. I was getting those, where I was actually doing any mining. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. And then over here. I'm probably gonna, oops, that's one too far. I'm probably gonna, on my own off stream, go like hunting around for those, just see if I can locate them. I think primarily I mean, I was noobish, obviously, so I was probably running primarily on cave delving, but I know I had some like actual quote unquote mining operations set up as well. Just don't recall where in the general area they were. Two, three, four. So you guys thankfully didn't have to see like an hour long of just running because previously I don't know why I went out there and what I was doing. Like I did not recognize what I was building when I first logged back into the single player world. Way like way out there, like I don't know, 5, 6 plus kilometers, thousands of blocks off in the distance in like that direction. I was off somewhere doing something. And so the first like hour I was actually back in this, I spent just running and swimming to get all the way back here to the original area. Two or one, two, three, four. So will be this one. Making a decent descent. But we need to get down to and past deep slate level so that everything will be spawnable. Metal deposits of all varieties. One, two, three, four. So if I here. Yeah, well, so sorry, this isn't one of the regular like ongoing events streams. This is both meant to be just less effort on my part, and it's primarily serving as a limits test to see what the present laptop I'm running with can handle, as it's the the last one was the most spec. This one is actually only the second most spec one I've had. So I'm testing it to see what it can handle doing, and everything I put it up to, including this right now, obviously, it has handled very well. I have not run into any functionality problems with it yet. Now, I'll still be getting a new one uh, later this year if the indicators come up in summer that China is going to go for it this year. If not, then I will put it off till next year because my normal standard was slash still is replacing every 4 years or so. But the last one, the one before this, had to go out of service early. Had to get replaced. Ooh, we broke through because the last one I accidentally spilled not water but milk on. So that one was my fault. China gets to escape the Taiwan invasion supply bottleneck blame for that one. But this time it will be all on them when the next one gets replaced, whether this later this year or sometime next year before the would-be start time frame. I saw light. What's down there? Lava, of course. What else would it be? Oh, excellent. We got some deep dirt. I need dirt for regreening operations. Let's gather all this dirt. The question of and disregard the realism question of why there is high grade, completely healthy functional soil buried like 50 meters underground somehow, that hasn't like, degraded like it would being at that depth. Just ignore that. Just like ignore how this dude is carrying like hundreds of tons of stuff. All right, there were some other things up here to deal with. Iron ore. Get some iron. Do I want to dig up that dirt? I do. First, I'm going to get this coal. But I had to extract this world from my first laptop, the one from 2012. And it still turned on. It still turned on. It still was working in like I could access stuff. The screen was displaying things. It spazzed out and went all like jagged lines at one point, and I had to like jiggle it a bit to make it restore itself. But it did still work, and I was obviously able to get this file off of it along with other stuff. The silver contacts for the electrical contact points for the keys on the keyboard of the 2012 laptop. The silver is definitely degraded on those or corroded, as each press of the key on that, when I was trying to bring up specific files and stuff, each press of the key required like pressing it 5 times and pressing it very firmly to get it to actually register. So in terms of whether like it would function usably, that answer is absolutely not. But it was able to still turn on and function enough for me to actually extract stuff from it for probably the final time. So I was able to recover this world file and all the other stuff that was still on that old 2012 laptop that I wanted to get off before it effectively is graveyarded. Oh, we broke through over here. Now, I'm not going to like toss it or anything. I'm going to be holding on to it and the others for a while until I feel the need to cash them in when doing such becomes something readily available and the actual payout becomes decently meaningful. Like I know there are scrapping places that you can do that already, and there's also those like booths in Walmarts where you can like hold your phone up to like there's like a camera and you hold your phone up to it and it looks at what type of phone you have and determines from that, not that the average person knows that this is what it's doing, but the machine determines from that what like what type it is and how much of each metal it has like on the computer board and stuff. and it'll like give you a price of how much, and you can put your phone into like the distribution thing or the deposit thing, like at the old bank machines, the old like vacuum tube bank machines, and deposit it in, and the machine will spit money out at you. Not a lot, not like in an actual value of all the material that's in there, but you can get between like $5 and $25 for some phone turn-ins. Turning in a computer, if they had like a similar thing because of them wanting a profit margin from it, the actual person turning it in, you would probably get like 50 to maybe as much as $75. It's still worth a lot more money to sell off used like laptops and computer stuff while they're still like usable, because then whoever you pawn it off to is going to be buying it from you for the sake of using it, so that they aren't having to pay hundreds of dollars for a brand new laptop, or nowadays about 1,000 plus, especially with all the tariff crap that's going to be constantly adding on. So the actual profit margin or the better revenue for a person selling off old electronic stuff is still at the moment selling it while it's still actually in a usable state to someone who just wants to buy it to actually get and use it. However, we'll be coming up on the point not too far from now where you'll be able to actually get a decent bit of cash. I don't have a bucket on me. Where you'll be able to get a decent bit of cash off of actually turning stuff in for the value of the resources inside. Now that we are officially in the $3,000 per ounce plus age of gold, make sure I put torches up here real quick, just make sure no one's coming down on me. Put one there, throw one there, and put one there. As and you see, even though this is a gaming stream, I still ended up talking about resources and stuff, anyways. But fitting for which game this is. But regarding computers and laptops, on average, they contain roughly 1/40th of an ounce of gold, or about, or for every 40 laptops or computers you tear apart, there would be about 1 ounce for every 40 of them that you rip up. So 40 into 3,080 is 75, $77. So just the gold in the computer is now worth $77. So when you look at a computer or laptop and look at the price being offered for new ones, now random Maxo facts that have been dropped on you, whatever price you see, the gold inside the computer or laptop is comprising $77 out of whatever that total price is. But yeah, to get this same laptop again with adjusted specs for for 3 or 4 plus years that have passed, this one was close to 800, and now because of initially just inflation had it up to like 950, but then the tariff nonsense started, and so now the same laptop is about 1100. So that is a price jump compared to what I paid last time, obviously, but it is what it is. Gather some obsidian. Hope we don't suddenly break through to lava. And actually, the fact that you're seeing this here Yep, there's the lava. Just got to be fast like a professional. The fact you're seeing this here, the lava pools in the old game, way back when, would usually be pretty close to bedrock. So we're now down at the level where the the deepest part of the game used to be. Now it goes even deeper. We still haven't hit deep slate yet. We should be close to it, judging by the fact that we're seeing this lava. Do I have wood on me to make a workbench? I don't. Okay, so we're going to use the extinguishing strategy. So once we hit deep slate, then we usually have like 20 or 30 blocks to go nowadays until we get down to the new level of bedrock. And once you're close enough to that, like 10 or 12 blocks above it, you're in the zone where you can get a hold of relatively anything for the most part, except glowstone. You have to go to the nether for that. Do I want to get this dirt? Yes, I do. Up there's more stuff. Do you go down 2 blocks? You do. Okay. Oh, guess I have to actually go over here. Be able to access the lower portion. There we go. Oh, 4 blocks. Filled it up. There we go. Suppress the lava. In this case, at least. Lava is symbolic in this game from my angle of geothermal power, which is, along with nuclear, the one of the only two real answers to anything. Just instead of generating electricity via pumping water down onto superheated areas of rock and then having the steam rush back up to turn a turbine. In Minecraft, geothermal power primarily just takes the form of you scooping up buckets of lava and using them in a furnace to refine stuff. Get some lapis. We'll just pretend it's cobalt, which is about to spike in value because the Congo is descending into another civil war. This is Civil War number 4 or 5, because there's the two that are like officially labeled and recognized from the late 90s and the early 2000s, but there were two others during the 1900s, the second half of the 1900s, that were kind of more widespread and lasted longer and killed way more people. Those aren't like, for some reason, those escape being officially listed or like officially recognized, whatever that's supposed to mean nowadays, as Congolese civil wars. Yes, we'll continue. We'll continue our descent here, unless usually if you continued along a lava bed, usually might break through into another cave area, unless it's just more flat lava pool. So, because it looks like you can see that open gap there. How far along do I want to continue? We got nobody else. Let's see. You just continue. Coal right up against lava, yet it's not burning. Minecraft logic. Let's see. Nope, it just comes to an end. All right, place that there. Warning torches. That's what I do on a sealed up area to let me know that you usually because of lava, that that's lava. Don't continue. Now we resume descending. Should hit deep slate soon enough. And if I remember correctly, it was 4 between each. So say that 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here. There we go. There's Deep Slate. Right where the bedrock used to be. So now we're almost in the zone where we can start freely shaft mining in every direction because we're almost in the zone where we will be able to encounter any and every resource. And yes, I predominantly don't care about the redstone, but I do still dig it up just for the sake of getting the XP points so that I can then use them to enchant stuff. We can let one skip. No, wait, that right. That's just continuing the same pattern. We'd have to go two down and then forward for it to count as a one skip. Okay, there we go. Now we have a one skip. And we broke through into a precipitous drop with another precipitous drop. Okay, we're gonna have to navigate around this. Unless, how much that gravel do I have on me? I have plenty. Well, that works then. All right, so we'll do this the easy way. Just drop it, let it build us a staircase. Put these here. Probably gonna get shot from within there. Of course, we have problems to be caused. All right, we're going to go this way. First, let me get these here and seal this in. Oops, that is not what I intended to do. There we go. Fixed. 2, 3. And there we go. All right, let's work out. Ha, 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 you guys can't climb. All right, let's put a torch here. Let's commit a massacre. Oop, was I getting shot? I was probably getting shot. All right. Eat cookies. Now we gotta light this up real quick. Make this a no spawning zone. There goes the air conditioner turning on because I'm trapped in the southern US and everything is boiling hot 24/7. No spawning zone, please. No spawn zone, please. No spawn zone. Establishing a no spawn zone. Then we deal with the jihadi terrorist. All right, guys, come on, come on, time to die. Should always check yourself before you wreck yourself. We got Shelob, dead. Continue establishing this no spawn zone. Really cement the rules. Diamond, there we go. Damn, you guys made me go through my cookie supply. Should be another, usually, and the stupid water, of course. Get rid of something. Deep slate. I don't care about deep slate. Is that all of them? Where's the first one? Where's the first one? All right. We got a deletion. Continue with the no spawn zone establishment. Just roam around like you own the entire place because you do. That is how. Oh, there it is. It got lost way out there. That is how you really convey and project power to your enemies out here. Act like you own the place, and then make that the actual truth. And I will probably shut stream off soon. No idea. I think that was just one of those glitches where it lets you see like all the way through the world out to where the sun is setting or something. I'm assuming that's what that light source was. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty definitive cordon. It's a pretty established no spawn zone. Just have one more suicide terrorist over here to deal with. Oh no, we have two. And then we just complete the whole safety cordon operation. Most part, yeah, that should do it. All right. Thank you to you two for showing up for this. Again, this wasn't meant to be taken too seriously. This was mostly a test to see if laptop could actually handle it, which it did to my surprise with almost no issues. I was really expecting to at least have to, like, I don't know, reduce the render distance or something. But apparently it can handle whatever. The issues it has with Google Earth must just be like solely from Google Earth itself then. So Google Earth, I have an excuse this time. Google Earth actually gets to just straight up take the blame for that entirely. So thank you, YouTube, for showing up. If anybody watches, that was a brief nostalgia trip back to 2011, and also random side ramblings about that ended up being about resource related stuff. Anyways, I will try to resume doing the regular stream, the regular like events and stuff stream on Thursday is when I usually try to prefer doing it when I pretend that I have a schedule. Otherwise, regular videos and everything are going to be coming along. I did not mean to actually click that yet. I meant to click it 5 seconds from when I said that. But anyways, thank you everybody who showed up here, and I will see you all around next time.